What up, guys? Welcome to another great movie review. Today we are going to be reviewing The Flash Season 2. As you know, as I've said before, I am not only going to be doing movies now, I am also going to be doing TV shows. And I have been watching Flash and Arrow, obviously. I've kept up with them. And both shows are great, as is DC's Legends of Tomorrow, and now Supergirl's coming to CW, so I have to catch up on season 1 of that before I can watch season 2. Anyway, right now The Flash is in its third season. The third season just started, and so far it is amazing. So far, it's really good in my opinion. I would say the season 2 finale I honestly wasn't expecting. I mean, I was expecting it, but not until a later date. Anyway, this what I'm trying to say is basically, again, season 3 started off really good, and I have a feeling it's only going to get better. Now, I will say, I'll go off here for a little bit. I will say that if none of you have seen Arrow or Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, I would highly suggest watching them. They are amazing shows. All of them start out really good, and I will say that there is, in every season there's, that little dip and then rise. Unfortunately, I will say that I recently read that Arrow has lost viewership, but it's not enough. It's not enough it's not enough of a loss to consider cancellation, but it is enough of a loss for them to start looking at. And I will say, give it views, guys. Watch Arrow, watch Flash, watch DC's Legends of Tomorrow. Go on Netflix and watch the first season of Supergirl, then come back and watch Supergirl. CW and Netflix have actually done a deal where now at the end of every season, the season will be out the very next day, as soon as the season is over. So, for example, Arrow's in its 5th season right now. As soon as season 5 is done, as soon as the season finale has been shown, the next day the season 5 will be out on Netflix. You don't have to wait to buy the DVD. You don't have to go to Walmart, HEB, wherever, a DVD store, wherever DVD stores, and go look for the DVD anymore. Now it's on Netflix. Again, but only after the season has been shown. But anyway, long story short, let's go ahead and get to The Flash Season 2. So, for those of you who kept up with The Flash so far, you all know that at the end of Flash Season 1, Barry, with help, obviously defeats Reverse Flash, and Reverse Flash is erased from existence, from the timeline, because Eddie unfortunately sacrifices himself for the rest of the team. So now with season 2, but they still opened up the singularity at the end of season 1. So now with season 2, it opens up with Barry trying to stop the singularity, trying to close the breach, which apparently he does. Apparently he is able to stop the singularity, but what they don't know is that they have now opened up 52 breaches around Central City, breaches that lead to Earth 2. And I really love that they already introduced the multiverse theory. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's great. Now, I will say that the multiverse theory, for those who don't know what it is, basically there's an infinite number of Earths. Some different in just slight ways, some different in major ways. In the comics, on Earth 3, the Justice League is evil. And they're called the Crime Syndicate. Now, again, there's a lot of New 52 references. This was before DC Rebirth happened. The New 52, again, 52 references. Channel 52, there's 52 breaches in Central City. Again, all references to New 52. I thought, cool little Easter eggs, here and there. Now, the main villain for this season is Zoom. Now, for those of you who do not know who Zoom is, in the comics, his name is Hunter Zolomon, and he is the second Reverse Flash. And basically, he doesn't have, in the comics, he doesn't have super speed per se. He's more of time manipulation. He slows time down to make it seem like he's faster. And and again, in the comics it works, obviously. If I slow down time, everybody else around me is going to go slower, and I'm going to, be going faster, obviously. Now, Zoom in the comics is Barry Allen's. Doesn't like Barry Allen or doesn't like the Flash because he wanted the Flash to change the timeline for him to help him, and Flash said he couldn't and that he won't. So obviously Zoom gets upset. Again, this is in the comics, and he gets upset and gets the power, and somehow gets the power to do what he does, and he becomes the second Reverse Flash. But this is going back to the TV show. In the TV show, Zoom is from an alternate Earth 2, and he's obviously faster than Barry, and so again, this Zoom is the main antagonist for this season, and I think it's really, really cool. And I think it's really, really cool that you'll have to excuse me here for a second. But I think it's really, really cool that they brought in another villain speedster. I've seen, so many people be upset that, Barry, this time Barry's gonna have to fight someone who's faster than him, even though he's the fastest man alive. And I'm sorry, but to all those people, I just say, sit down, okay? Just be quiet. Because if you think about it, if you really think about it, what is one of the few things that can stop, a speedster, another speedster, and what would kill Barry more than not being able to stop someone with his speed? Yes, he's fast. Yes, Barry's fast. In the comics, it's even been said that he's even faster than Superman. In the comics, he's literally the fastest man alive. And so in this TV show, Barry's still young. He's still learning. I mean, he barely learned to time travel, in season 1 and 2. Right now, and that was by accident. And in season 2, he barely learns to focus and time travel. He barely learned to, be able to say, okay, I want to go here and travel through time. Barely, and Barry's abilities have been steadily growing and growing, and that's how it should be. If you're one of those people that watches The Flash and say, oh my god, another speedster, oh yeah, Barry's gonna say he's the fastest man alive, and then he's gonna get all mad because he can't beat this other guy, again, just be quiet, alright? Because, again, if you think about it, if someone were to get superpowers, you're not just gonna have full potential. That's like saying everybody should be born already as an adult with their full potential at their prime, and that's not possible. It's the reason why people work out. because go to the gym, exercise, to get faster, stronger. That's why people study, read books, to be able to take tests, to be able to pass tests, to be able to know questions, because you cannot already have, whether you're a metahuman or superhuman, you cannot already have the full extent of your powers, or you can't access the full extent of your powers, because if you try, you don't know what you'll do. And that's basically Barry. Barry is steadily growing faster and faster and faster, and that's what I love about this show. I love that they humble him. They have got Grant Gustin has got the Flash down to a point. He plays the character extremely well. And basically, I would go so far as to say that he is the Flash. And again, that's what I love about this show, is that they basically, again, they humble him, and Grant Gustin has got the Flash down to a point, and he is the Flash at this point. I will say I'm looking forward to Ezra Miller's Flash. I really am. But I feel like DC's animated videos do way better than Marvel's live action videos. I will say that right now. But DC's live action videos, while I say they are good, they are not, they're not on the same level. But, that's a different discussion for another day. Anyway, so again, the whole argument, of Flash is, Flash cries, and he cries about everything, and he, and he's not fast, and he's not really the fastest man alive. It's just really, really stupid. It really is, because I feel like people don't actually stop and think. But that's just my opinion. But who knows? Maybe they do. Anyway, so again, Zoom is faster than Barry. Without spoiling too much for you guys, Barry needs to find a way to defeat Zoom. He needs to find a way to become faster than Zoom, which he does for a little bit. Barry actually gets a tachyon enhancement, and it makes him faster. Now, all this, they finally end up defeating Zoom. They end up finally defeating Zoom, and what happened when Zoom was defeated is another reference to the comics. Spoiler alert, I'll say that right now. Spoiler alert, when Zoom, who is revealed again to be Hunter Zolomon, but portraying as Jay Garrick, the Flash from Earth 2, the real Flash from Earth 2, in the comics at least. In the comics at least. Anyway, as I was saying, basically, this is another comic book reference. Barry defeats Zoom in time Reeves. Basically, the Speed Forces enforcers come and take Jay Garrick. Come and take Hunter Zolomon. And he's changed, and after he finishes changing, he looks like the Black Flash. And for those of you who do not know who the Black Flash is, he is the embodiment of death in the comics. Whenever a speedster sees him, it means that someone's gonna die. And whenever Speedster sees him, it means someone's gonna die. And in the comics, Wally West actually outran the Black Flash by running so as fast as he could to the end of time. Well, not really to the end of time, but Wally kept running and running and running through time, forward into time, to the point where death was not even a concept anymore. And then he had to run back. But, long story short, when the time reefs changed Hunter Zolomon, he looked like the Black Flash. Again, it's another, little Easter egg in relation to the comics, and it's really, really cool. I love the effect. Now, at the end of season 2, I will say this. Spoiler alert. Barry goes and him and Iris finally kiss because they finally, and near the end of season 2, they finally talked about their feelings for one another, and they kiss, and so you have hope for them. And Barry says, after losing his dad to Zoom, another spoiler, Barry says that he feels empty inside, and he knows what he needs to do to fix it. Well, Iris thinks that it's just something small, and she kisses him, and they go back, and she goes back inside, and he says he's sorry, but that's why he has to do this. He gets up and he runs, he travels through time, goes back in time, and he stops his mother from being killed. Now, for those of you who have read the comics and have kept up with the Flash, you all know that this is the introduction to the Flashpoint Paradox. Now, for those of you who do not know what Flashpoint Paradox is, the Flashpoint Paradox is a comic series, a really good one too, where Barry does go back in time to stop his mom from being killed, and it just changes everything. It's the Flashpoint Paradox is also on Netflix as a DC animated movie. Great movie, great comic book. I've read the comic book, I've seen the animated movie, and the show actually makes it its own really, really well. Basically that's the introduction to season 3, but that's a discussion for another day. But again, I will say that the show makes it its own really, really well. Now then, I honestly didn't think that they would introduce the Flashpoint Paradox so soon. I really didn't. I really, really thought that they would wait, maybe 1-2 more seasons, before introducing it. But at the same time, I can understand why they did it so soon. And again, I can understand why they did it so soon. And it's not surprising to me, to be honest. Again, I do wish that they would have probably did it further in the future. But again, it is what it is, and they did really well with it. I'm looking forward to more of season 3. When season 3 is done, I will be doing a review on that, obviously. But again, season 2, great season, great antagonist. I'm really looking forward to see who the season 3 antagonist is, although I basically already know, and it's not even really a speedster this time, I would say, so that's cool. And it's a nice little change of pace, but it's someone just as dangerous. And so I guess they finally took everything everybody was saying to heart, and gave him a new villain to fight that's not a speedster. I will say that I do want to see more Gorilla Grodd. Honestly, I want to see more of him. He's one of the Flash's best villains. And it's just, they did great with him. They did really great with him when he was in the show, and so now I want to basically see the rise of Gorilla Grodd, you know. Anyway, so season two, I will say gets a solid 8 out of 10 for me. It wasn't a perfect season, and as a matter of fact, you know, it was a little slow in parts, but it was still a great season. Again, great antagonists. You know, we learned that Cisco gained his power, so Cisco is probably more than likely going to become Vive, especially if you watch season 3. Again, discussion for another day. But again, with the whole introduction of Infinite Earths, I really want to see Barry hop between more Earths. I want to see him get fast enough where he can do it on his own, because in the comics he is that fast. He's able to, you know, go through the breaches on his own, by himself. But what I'm really mostly looking forward to is, I don't know how long The Flash is going to be on TV. I really don't. I hope it's on for, you know, a long time. I really do. But I'm really looking forward to The Flash really becoming the fastest man alive. I'm looking to seeing The Flash mature. I'm looking to see The Flash, you know, gain full potential of his powers. Excuse me. I will say that since we've seen an older version of Oliver Queen in the first seasons of Legends of Tomorrow, I'll be doing a review. I will say that I want to either see a older version of the Flash in The Flash or in Legends of Tomorrow. One of the two. I want to see an older version of Barry. Who knows, maybe even, you know, him and the younger version talk for a little bit, you know. But I really want to see that. I think it'd be quite interesting, to be honest with you. But anyway, the characters, the actors are great. Characters, as always, phenomenal. Again, Grant Gustin does a really good job as a Flash. And again, everybody else portrays their characters really well. The effects, as always, were great. I loved the blue lightning of Zoom. I would say that if I was a speedster, I would want blue lightning. And again, the effects of the breaches themselves were absolutely amazing, and I just can't wait until I honestly can't wait until the Flash goes through breaches on his own. Other than that, again, the effects were great, characters were great, acting was great, as always, and the finale really did a good job of leading up to this season. They did a good job with it in, you know, in season 1. With season 1's finale, the Flash stopping the singularity and leading into season 2. Now, you know, and it made you wonder, like, what's gonna happen next, you know? What's gonna happen next, you know? I really want the next season. It did a good job, and you know what? Season 2 did just as good a job with it, because now you're like, oh my god, I can't believe he actually did that. At least that's what I was saying, and what I was screaming. I was like, Barry, Again, because again, I wasn't expecting them to do the Flashpoint Paradox so soon. I really wasn't. Now, again, solid 8 out of 10 for me. I will say that if you guys haven't seen The Flash, just watch it. Season 1 and Season 2 on Netflix. Watch them. You might be able to finish before Season 3 is over. But, again, they're really good shows. Really amazing shows. I'll go ahead and say that my next video, which will be in 2 days, this Thursday, my next video will be Arrow Season 2. I'm trying to catch up with Flash. You're basically caught up. If you haven't seen Season 3, watch Season 3. But with Flash, you're basically caught up. Again, I know I need to do more videos of Arrow, obviously, because Arrow has more seasons than Flash does, obviously. And I did a video on Season 1 already. I need to do a video on Season 2, so that will be my next video. I will also be doing a video on Legends of Tomorrow Season 1, because Season 2 is out already. I need to watch that on CW. But again, I will be doing reviews on all these shows, but I will only do a review after the season is finished. So I will be doing for Arrow 1 through 4. I will not do a review on Season 5 of Arrow until it is done. I will not be doing a review on Season 3 of Flash until it is done. I will not be doing a review of Legends of Tomorrow Season 2 until it is done. Supergirl Season 2, not till it's done. Because I really want everybody to watch it for themselves and to keep up with it for themselves. I want everyone to enjoy it as much as I do. Again, I want everyone to watch it for themselves, get their own feelings, their own opinions on it, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody that much. But again, next video, Arrow Season 2. So I really hope you guys are looking forward to that. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you on the next great movie review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.